Hi guys, I'm guessing that we're live and you can all hear me, so let me know in the chat if you can hear me okay. Can everybody hear me okay? I'm assuming we're live, it looks like we are. Hi. Hello Omen Heart. Hello Red Knight. How's the audio? Is the music too loud or do I need to turn it down a bit, or is it just right so you can hear my voice but we've still got the audio going? Hi Ronald. I'm not sure. It looks like there's been a massive discussion in the chat before I even started the stream. Playing a bit of catch up here. Something about doing some kind of mixture, riding a dragon with something Halloweenish and Headless Horseman-y and Necromancer / Lish. I think that's what we got. I mean, it's basically Halloween style, so it's something Halloweenish. That's what we're going to be looking at doing. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be more interesting because I don't have all my brushes at the moment. I'm on a kind of like a clean, reduced amount. So it's going to be very, very interesting. I'm guessing we're going to be drawing something that's kind of like a... I don't know. Is it some kind of headless character, like a horseman, but we put him riding a dragon instead? Maybe? Not exactly sure. I'll tell you what. I'm going to create a poll for this because this is going to be interesting. We've got alright, I'll put a post out for now. How is everybody today anyway? Have you had a good Monday? Some bone and some souls in the armour. See what we've got. Pretty even spread. Something else. Necromancer, Headless Horseman, Necromancer. Hey Minecraft, how's it going? I decided to do a different approach as well. We've got a darker background and the pencils are going to be in kind of a an orange colour for this. And we'll just see what everybody wants and votes for, and we'll see what comes out. I am pleased to say we have a lot more layers on this, so just to share a bit of information, we've gone up by 13 layers to at least 29, so we've managed to double them, which means we can have a lot more fun on what we're doing. And then when we figure out what we're going to call this artwork, I will put that in the top bit. But this is basically a brand new fresh install, and we're going to be using default brushes to draw this and bring this to life, which is quite cool. So even the colour wheel's gone back to basics. I don't have all my fancy colours. We're going to find them out and we're going to just bring something together. Necromancer it looks like. Should we give it a couple more minutes? That's the point. How many are watching and how many likes do we have on the video? Because, oh, it says on the stream, sorry. Because be sure to smash the like button on the stream to help that get out to people. I have shared the link out and about. And I think We've only got a couple, but we have just started. I tell you what, let's do some warm-up sketches while we're waiting, because we need to do something spooky-ish. If it's a Necromancer, should we make them headless? Thanks, Minecraft. 7 likes for watching. That's pretty good. More likes than viewers is always a nice little scenario to be in. 8 likes. Awesome. I'm going to just do a couple warm-up sketches just to get used to stuff on this a little bit before we actually do any proper drawing. I'm quite happy. I'm using a new iPad at the moment. I managed to get it set up enough to kickstart being used, which is awesome. So just having a bit of fun doing a couple warm-up sketches and shapes and just practicing around a minute while we decide what we're going to do. Hello Galahound, how are you? Is everybody looking forward to Halloween? Or this month of Halloween, all the fun and the excitement. I will be sprucing up the live stream interface by the next one on Monday next week, which will have quite a cool bit of fun. I say cool bit of fun, I'm going to add a few bits. I'm also going to get Koifish Gaming's help to configure a few memes that can come along and shoot across, because that'll be quite cool. Who knows, we might get an invasion of a zombie SpongeBob or something. That might be quite interesting. I do like this colour contrast, they're reversing it on this one. Red Knight, you're not really a Halloween person. Oh, this month's going to be a bit tricky then, but I'm sure the rest of the months will make up for it on the channel. We will be doing some Halloween focused stuff, but I do want to chuck a couple things in there. So, it's greatly appreciated if you bear with us, but we will be doing a few Halloweeny bits going out throughout the month. It's kind of got to be done. And Christmas, we're definitely going to be doing some Christmas stuff coming up. Galahound, hey, if you could date a celebrity, who would you go for? You would definitely go for Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, probably on my list. Jessica Alba, potentially another one. Trying to think. I'd say those two for now. Quite an interesting question and quite a different question there, Galahound. Okay, so it looks like a Necromancer's gonna win. So the next important question, since we're gonna get this sorted, and I'm not going to offend anybody with this, but we're going to see what happens with the gender. Omen Heart, you've put E and E in the chat. Is there any more to that sentence, or is it just E? Oh, I really haven't got these settings sorted yet. This will be an interesting stream. Oh, have we got an invasion of the E's? Well, Red Knight, you're going to love December then, because we've got a few Christmas things coming up, and I will have a bit of a bit of fun for the Christmas theme with the narrators as well. I got a nice little scenario setting set up for them. So it's going to be quite interesting this month and the Christmas month. I've got a few ideas. Minecraft Transformers, Natalie Portman. Not a bad choice. Right, so if we're going to be doing a male character, how do we want them to be? So I think males won that. I might need to do a quick search for a reference image for a Necromancer. So I've got just a little bit of something to go by. I noticed on our last one with the fur alligator, we had a picture, but it wasn't quite as fleshed out as normal because I didn't have a good reference for the pose. So it's just working out a Necromancer's pose. Although that's not a bad idea. Galahound asks, hey Dempsey, are you looking forward to the new Black Adam film? I like the villains getting more movies and I'm hoping Doctor Doom will... I am actually. I was going to do an illustration piece around that, but I don't know when it drops. I need to look that up. It was on my list for October and then I've changed it to be completely... Well, not completely, but majority Halloweenish, so it's going to be quite interesting. But I am looking forward to the new Black Adam film. Hopefully they continue with it and make it at least as good as the Shazam film. Venomized Toothless, what did I say about... Oh yes, guys, please don't spam too much in the chat or anything. Be kind to our mods. Hi Venomized Toothless. No worries, I've got to watch that at some point. It is a season finale, so not really an issue on that. I want to see what happens on that one too, because it's going to be an interesting one. He is kind of an anti-hero, yeah, but it will be interesting. Right, let's sort of pose out for this Necromancer. So let's see. I assume we want them casting a spell or something, don't we? So let's get a basic pose sorted out for this Necromancer character. I've got a bit more real estate to draw on now, which is quite good. So, for those that haven't really been paying attention to what I've been saying in chats or in Koi stream, I've picked up a new iPad, a larger one, so it's going to be quite good. Means that we get a bit more space as well as a bit more oomph behind it, meaning that we also get the added extra of some well, the nice way to put it is I get more layers. I'm not limited to 13 layers on this large file. I've got like 29, so I don't have to condense them down. We can play and experiment a bit more, which I'm really looking forward to. And for future videos, hopefully it will mean that we don't get so much of the overlay coming into it. If I can work out where on the screen it shows, and we can have a nicer effect instead of that flickery bit every now and again. But mainly it's more space and we can just do a lot more. How about giving him wizard staff in one hand and a serrated dagger in the other? Potentially. A scythe for the Necromancer. Maybe. We'll see. Have some undead animal coming out of the ground that he's... Oh, we're definitely going to have something he's resurrecting. I just need to nail this character with a bit of a basic pose, really, just to see what we can get. But if anything looks odd in the picture, let me know straight away, guys, because I know these are roughs, but if anything looks too odd when I start planning out the inking and stuff, kind of need to know. Although Necromancer's kind of wear armor, so it's going to be an interesting one. So you might have to bear with while I kind of figure this out. I do at some point, and it will be a stream, I'm going to just literally draw something, just set it up, plan it, draw it this month. It could be a female anime character or something, kind of like a Halloween costume with the rest of the characters as plushies or something. I know Rake Art, R-E-I-Q Art, does amazing ones of these, and I've always wanted to try one, and now I've got a bit more real estate and I can play. I might give that a go if people are interested about it. But obviously we will see what happens on that, because it depends on if there's a big enough interest. I'll put it in a community poll. But I think it'd be quite cool to just do something slightly different on the channel. Or a dead vulture near him with a scythe on his back. Maybe. A creepy yet cool looking mask. Potentially. We're going to have some fun with the design eventually. How about... Is Minecraft still on about the What celebrity will you date? Question from Galahound there. How about Keira Knightley? Armor made from bone. Glowing green eyes. His magic has to be green. Okay, that's cool. We'll make his magic a greenish colour or something, and we'll put some kind of skull or resurrection thing on him. I'm just looking at some of the reference images to see if there's anything we can take from that as inspiration for how to have the character. I mean, it's going to be a bit interesting on some of it, but obviously we want him to be kind of holding stuff in a sense. Yeah, we're just having a chill stream, and we'll see how it goes on this one. But definitely, maybe the Demon Knight and his Necromancer in the same team, possibly. Although I might have some of these as other demons that are not quite good, not quite evil. I kind of like the idea of having a little bit of something to go on there. I do have a question for people. Has anyone ever had a campfire spooky storytelling experience in the past when they were younger or something? I used to be in Cub Scouts, and we had them once or twice on a couple camping weekends and stuff, which was quite good with a campfire. So just wondering if anyone else has done something similar to that, or what they think of like that whole scenario and scene. Maybe I'll have to draw some characters in a campfire setting for Halloween or something. That could be quite cool. Red Knight, not really. Yeah, I guess if you don't really like spooky stuff or that, you might not have, but you never know. Maybe it's an experience that'll happen later on at some point or something. Let's bring it down just a little bit. Can we draw a Dullahan at a certain point? In this stream, or just in a stream this month? Because I'm open to suggestions for other streams. As I say, I've got a live stream next Monday. Then I think we've got 2 more Mondays for the month. So I will definitely probably be doing a live stream on the 31st on Halloween. Possibly earlier on in the day, which might be later in the day for some of you guys. I might stream for a couple hours that day. I've got it off work, so I might just start early UK time and then just drop in and out as you can, and we'll just work on something. Yes, but when I tried telling my story I made up on the spot, it was a complete trainwreck. Venomized Toothless, I've done that before, gone to do a story and stuff, and it's not quite worked out as hoped or expected, which is a bit of a, yeah. But it's all good and part of the learning practice, but yeah, it was very cringy. I remember making up a story for my my kids, my eldest, and I told it to my youngest. This was going back a few years. Basically, I put them in their own, like, I don't know if any of you read mangas and that, but you get the whole martial arts style ones, not like Naruto, but kind of like the ancient traveling ones, like Martial Peak and stuff. And before I even started reading it, I just put them in the setting, and I wrote out 5 chapters for it, but I've never drawn the artwork or anything for it. So it could be quite interesting to revisit that at some point and work on it. It should be quite interesting. If I'm open to suggestions, why not venomize horror characters like Pennywise, Jason, and the Predator? That would be sick. I am open to suggestions, Galahound, and there will be a venomized episode coming up. I have not decided what's in it. There's been so many suggestions for this month. I don't actually know if I can get them all in. I might have to kind of plan ahead for a few or continue a few over. Demon Knight and the Necromancer get the armor from the same place or someone. Possibly. Venomized Toothless. Like Popcross's armor makes Brasilia but more demonic. Yeah, maybe. Oh, now, Galahound. I do have something with Five Nights at Freddy's and animatronics planned this month. It is kind of darkish, in a sense. So, I say darkish, it's a suggestion from that kind of artistic kid, and I'm not going to spoil it. It was an absolutely amazing idea that he came up with. And he has asked me for months to do something with Five Nights at Freddy's. So I am finally going to be doing something with that and animatronics. But not just yet. It will be this month. But I'm still writing it and planning it to do justice. I might need his help at some point. Venomized Toothless. I suggested a Venomized Sun/Moon drop with split personalities and split ability. That's an interesting one. I'm kind of wondering how that would work, really. A Venomized Moon drop. I'm being daft here. Is that a character? Is that actually like a thing? I will apologise. You still got a Sun/Moon drop, so I'm not really sure the reference. I might have to look it up. I will apologise if it's something I already know and it's just the terminology I don't know. Feel free to correct me or just face palm and just go, oh my god, he knows nothing. But it's one of them things. This Necromancer is not turning out quite too bad actually with this pose. I do like the contrast of the orange on the black, but I also know I need to continue my music. I'm paying attention this time. Like the symbiote would be forced to switch abilities when sun drop or moon drop changes. Oh, okay, yeah, that's quite cool. So, depending on the change of the actual character, it gains different abilities and stuff. Yeah, Raven is well overused for characters. The only Raven I like is Teen Titans one for the use of the name, but I don't know. I will be introducing a narrator or a character at some point with the name Mythwick. But I will not say what that stands for because I can't on the community guidelines. But Mythwick is going to be a name of a character and they're going to have one hell of an impact on the stories when I flesh them out. Have I ever watched Sakugan? It's about an underground city with a father and daughter fighting a giant robot. It's fun anime. I'm not sure. I might have watched something along those lines. I've watched tons of anime. I mean, shed loads. It's insane. So it could be quite an interesting. Sorry. I think his legs. His body's not quite. Yeah, I think that looks a bit better. His body just didn't seem to sit right with me. Just get a bit more of the real estate on the screen so we can see what we got. So that's pretty much the whole screen map. Shrink it down a bit. It's really interesting how a lot of the designs and stuff all have a similar, even for robots and that, the poses, the shapes are all the same, so a lot of the drawing that you do is just the same structures, same shapes and that, which does make it look a bit interesting or seem a bit odd at times. I think that looks a bit better, looks a bit more like that. Bone lock. Necrom. Don't know. For the Necromancer, you want it to be something like... We had Ash in the Evil Dead, but you had the Latin terms or something. You want it... I don't know. It's like with the spells and stuff, like Azeroth, Metriel, Synthos for Raven. You kind of want something that's strange but unique, which would be quite good. Make it a vulture. Make what a vulture? Have I missed something? Welcome back, Ronald. Oh, a raven for the Necromancer, then make it a vulture. Okay, yeah, no. We haven't decided because someone suggested a dragon, and I want to put a dragon in here at some point in the background or something. This could be an epic illustration over a couple of streams. Your Necromancer name is Necrom Raven. Fair enough. I probably have to figure out my Necromancer name. I don't think I've got one. What I am looking for, though, is I will be... I don't know if any of you seen it. If any of you heard about the YouTube handles that are coming into play, it's an easy way for you to message us creators. So instead of being a really long channel name, like at DempseyJ Illustrations, it could be at DempseyJ or at Dempsey or whatever it is for my channel. And then if I get it, or DempseyJ Illustrations, because the personalised ones kind of get used, that are coming out to play, which I think is a really cool idea. It would be quite cool. I'm interested to see what Popcross actually does, because he uses his the short version for his actual name, which is quite cool. Now, Galahound, I have been promising to draw them for a few months now, and they will become, or a narrator will be coming this month. Guaranteed, I am going to do a narrator this month. I have an idea. I have it planned out. I'm torn between two. It's either going to be Bainsworth or it's going to be Demonica. I don't know yet. Demonica fits the month, but Bainsworth, I could have a lot of fun with it. So, but I am definitely doing the narrators. I have not forgotten. They will be this year. I promise. And one this month. And you can hold me to that, Galahound. If I don't, I'll have to do a challenge of some form. Zombie Raven Dragon. A zombie Raven Dragon. Bone Lock is the name. I tell you what, Venomized Toothless, if I put the poll out, I guarantee people want it to be Demonica easily. Guarantee. I'm just seeing what a scythe might look like in its kind of... Hey, koi fish. Oh, I see. Koi fish has muted me. Okay. I've got to say hi to you, koi fish, one way or the other. So I'll say it in the chat. And make it frame the character. I will probably extend it around a bit more and actually make it a much larger scythe. I mean, we're gonna have an epic Necromancer scythe or something here. We may move the scythe a bit. I'm just seeing what happens with it, because it could be quite a cool design. And I want to put something here. Kind of tie the piece together. Should be quite fun. But also I got to draw the other leg in. Draw the leg in. Leggings. Sorry, English term. Leggings are like trousers. I don't know if many of you guys have heard the term leggings, being the other side of the world. I know there's some differences in terminology, like pants, trousers. leggings. But yeah. Oh my god, his legs look really long. I have to sort that, I believe. Just doesn't look quite... That's a bit better. His legs seem to just go epically long. Well, is that comically long? I think it might be, but I just wanted to see about framing it. I probably will... I'll tell you what. I remember that. It's one of those tilt brushes. We'll come back to the siphon in a minute, but we'll see what's happening. I reckon he's going to use a human soul to resurrect something, so we'll have a creature coming out, but he sacrificed some form of human for it. It would be quite a cool story. Hey King Corn, don't worry that you're late. Popcross's video, yeah, I haven't watched that yet, but I appreciate that being a finale, everybody wants to see it. I'm doing some form of Necromancer, who's probably I can't talk. I'm doing a Necromancer who is probably going to be summoning some form of dragon or creature out, which should be quite interesting. We could make him look a bit slender. With body types and experiment a bit. I want to get the basic shape in first though, but it's not a bad idea, Venomized Toothless. Being a Necromancer, maybe he's a bit distorted from all the magic over time as well. Have you thought more about my idea of fusing My Hero Academia with Mortal Kombat? Galahound, I have got that on my list of things to do. I have also thought of doing a few things on My Hero Academia because I've had suggestions of doing them as zombies. I've had suggestions of doing some other stuff with them. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how they actually turn out in the end, but it will be quite cool. But I have had some thoughts on it. The only thing I will mention though is everybody has so many amazing suggestions and I don't always get the time. I'm looking over here at the chat, but look at the camera now. I don't always get the time to write the lore out because it takes time to do that. So even if your ideas are on a list, I do have to work my way down to them. Hey Justin, how you doing? Some form of Necromancer type character is what we're drawing. The other fun bit is I don't actually have my full suite of brushes and everything this time. I'm on a brand new iPad that I just literally set up and hooked into the system 5 minutes before the stream? 2 minutes before the stream? So we're having fun with the new real estate and what's going on. What if you made a holiday narrator debut one dude that does all the holidays? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I do have to... I've got so many narrator ideas. I've still got to come up with a steampunk narrator that we were on about how they fit into the story and stuff at some point, as well as some of the other ones that we've got coming up. So they will be fun to do. I say fun, it'll be interesting. Right, let's think about this a bit more because I want to shrink this down so we've got more real estate. This scythe I am not happy with. Why am I not? Oh, I know I'm not happy with this scythe. I don't think the angle's good. I want it to kind of frame in a sense. If you wanted it to frame him, we kind of have to have it. Kind of a certain way. So let's see what we can do. That's looking a bit better in size. Maybe though that needs to come out a little. Kind of want the blade to be a bit almost thicker. Yes, King Corn. It was suggested to do a steampunk narrator, and I want to do something steampunk on the channel, so we're going to have some fun with that at some point. Justin, you say a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Ben 10 crossover, would it work or not? I actually did Heat Blast merged with Raphael on an illustration on the channel. Raph Blast, I think I called it. Somewhere in the videos, you'll be able to find it on the channel somewhere. So, watch that. Let me know if you think it works out. Not 100% sure, but I never continued the story with the other characters. So, that could be something we bring in if people are interested in it. Hold it down. Oh, I get what you mean. That might work. Woo! Oh, I like that. That's a good suggestion. Venomized Toothless, you've earned it today. I do like that suggestion. I'll tidy this up a bit, but I do like having this go this way a bit. Actually, I got to tidy the up a little bit, but that's quite a cool suggestion. Yep. I agree, Venomized Toothless. There it is. That just nailed it on this piece. That was an awesome suggestion. So while we'll delete that, that's my ref messing out. While we're working on the layer, let's find another colour. And let's start working on some of the other bits for this plan. So I'm not going to flesh out the details of this character just yet. I'm just thinking we want a spooky type background. So we kind of want something to do with some kind of broken ground, don't we, around the character? I just want to flesh out a few of the ideas that we've had to see how they work, because if we're going to summon something, then I think we should have some kind of a structure or something. What the guy's summoning, is it going to be half alive, half dead, half flesh on it, a full skeleton with like a ghostly feel? He's a necromancer, so how dead are we making the creature? I did think of a graveyard as part of the setting. That'd be quite cool. But I'm also thinking, what are we summoning out? Because depending on what we're summoning, impacts and everything. But I'm just fleshing out a few ideas. Since we've got more to play with, we can have a bit more fun on this. Right, let's have some fun with this. So there's going to be summoning some... Oh, sorry, that's got to be green. We had this discussion. So green for its magic. Constructive criticism. Make the back part of the scythe look more sharp because it's rounded. If you look a long time, it looks like a moon. Yeah, no, that's cool. I think I know what you mean. It needs to be on the right layer. I know what you mean. It needs to be more like that. Kind of like a short, sharp bit rather than an actual moon shape, a bit of a thing. But I'm also going to have something that comes over this bit here to segment them out a bit. Cool. I feel like I'm using one of those. It's like one, you know, those old light sets or something you got with a that you could draw on, or those coloured scratch papers that you can scratch bits off. It feels like this is looking a bit like one of those, but that's cool. Let's go back to the green. Because we wanted him to have green eyes as well, so it just puts in the green. Venomized Toothless. I don't know what would be fun. How about you share it with us? As long as it's appropriate. And I'll start working on some of these bits over the top of this. So I think what I'm going to have to do is, even though working on the armour, I'm going to have to do it a grey colour for the liner over the top. So let's just merge these down a minute so we've got a basis to work on. So we want a bone type armour, do we? Well, you say that might be fun. I would like to do a spider Zona or a hero Zona or something at some point. I've been toying with the idea of doing that at some point. Just not entirely sure what I'm going to do for it. No, I don't want to do a dragon. I've already had a character with a dragon skull on the side of the face. Do something different. Said looks good as a pumpkin helmet with green eyes, or like headless horseman with pumpkin head. Kinda it does with that, but I'll see what we come up with for that. Hey Benjamin, you could put this Halloween character a skull-like mask. Potentially. Ooh. I also want to do kind of like a... Just trying to think what we can have for some of the stuff we got, like the designs and stuff on it. It'd be cool to see if this character met Nexum, Aaron Paul, DeMonica, Dino, the Steampunk narrator, the Jaeger. Yeah, Benjamin. However, I've only got like 4 of those narrators done. Steampunk and Jaeger Kaiju ones aren't even planned out properly yet. Even though there's something I'm planning to do, they're not actually fleshed out. And the Demonite character, yeah, Rainer. I think I kind of want to have some fun with this, so this is only in pencil. I haven't even got to inking it yet. We're just having fun with the initial sketching of it. What does black look like on this? Does that show up okay for you guys? It's a bit hard to see. You can always ink it in white. Or ink it in that grey colour. Okay, I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm just going to go forwards and just ink some of it. Hey Benjamin, yeah, no, that's fine. I was just saying I haven't had a chance to flesh them out properly yet, but they are awesome ideas. Steampunk may be the first one, although Jaeger would be the easier one to come up with. Upcoming story idea? There's a few ideas coming up for stories. Has this guy got a hood? Or oh no, we wanted some form of mask, didn't we? It looks really weird with what I've done here so far, but it will make sense in a bit, potentially. Yeah, he's kind of just going nom 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 or a little ha 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 ha. One of the two, but yeah, it's quite cool. Maybe they meet the skeleton archer. They got a similar kind of design here of the face a little bit at the moment. However, I'm going to give this guy quite a Interesting facial mask type design. Hey Gopher Dude, welcome. Glad you can make it. We're doing some kind of Necromancer character that's going to be bringing some kind of creature back to life and just making him look a bit scary for Halloween. So I'm just inking around a few ideas for the line art for the face at the moment. But yeah, so we're just seeing how it goes. Having a bit of fun on the stream, just chilling. How's your day been anyway? Cool. Benjamin says you could try fusing a xenomorph with a Tarusk. Possibly. Possibly. We have got a few suggestions and stuff to merge together or do some designs on, which would be quite cool. A zombie Loki. Well, we can't do that because Loki's not really dead, is he? It kind of defeats the whole idea of the cult master unless... What's he doing? Thanks, Galahound. I'm just... I'm not sure what I'm doing for this kind of like masked skull design. I'm just making it up as I go along, really. Just see what happens with the design as it's made up, kind of thing. Oh, I missed a bit of this chat. Oh, sorry guys for yawning. It's been a hectic day and it's about 11 o'clock at night here, but what have we got? Galahound19 says, hey Dempsey, have you found more about suggestion with putting Hollow Knight into D&D? They would go well together as chocolate and peanut butter. That's another one on the list. It's kind of tricky to get time to do all of the suggestions and flesh them out as much as I want to straight away. Hollow Knight is something I definitely want to do something with. I think I could have fun with the designs. I just need to get possibly October out the way with all the Halloween type stuff. Just because it's going to be quite an interesting supply. Well, interesting supply. It's going to be quite well, I want to get the theme of Halloween working, but it's also going to be quite a busy month in terms of getting all this stuff done. No, Benjamin, he means his cat Loki. That said that on one of our community redraws, I think 2 months ago, I turned him into a kind of like a demonoid character in a suit, which was quite cool. Do you want long hair or short hair on the character? Galahound. Some of them I do actually put in the polls and you guys vote on them. You just don't know that they've been suggested by yourselves. Other ones, I kind of take your ideas and I twist them a little bit. Twist them, I say I tweak them a little bit. So, need to kind of plan that a bit more. But yeah, most things that go into polls, I kind of expect to have good reactions for you guys because they're kind of the content you guys like. But also, sometimes it just goes down by what's actually working at the time. So this month, working on these kind of like designs and stuff like the Halloween stuff, that goes down really well because obviously it's October. But other times, might not. Benjamin says, also, have you ever considered of making a character that fuses your dragons? That fuses your dragons. Also, I think this guy would work with long hair. Yeah, I think this guy works with long hair. How long is another thing. Yeah, I think we'll go with that for hair for now, but we'll add a few wisps here. It's got bone armour, so we want something a bit more. Also, we need the Gopher Dragon. Yeah, we do at some point need to add a Gopher Dragon or some form of Gopherish type dragon, but we also need to do everything else on the channel. I haven't seen Alpha Dragon Gopher Dude. They've not been jumping into streams and stuff as much or commenting on videos, but they have done a submission for the redraw, which is quite cool. Let's have a quick look at this without the other layer behind it. That's what we got so far. Kind of loses a bit of the effect without the green, does it? But we'll continue with this. And that's the music. While I'm remembering. How are we doing on the Go for dude, what's your request? If it's something I can do, I possibly do it, but it depends on the request itself. And I'll apologise for yawning. I had a flu jab at the weekend. I've not stopped. It's a bit late here and I've got a bit of a sore throat making me yawn. But other than that, I'm still going to go for as long as I can do. I'll let Gifty do the request. I think we've got our own scripting going on here. I might not have to write a new video out soon. I was going to say something before the request and go for dude. What was it? Forgot what I was going to say. The thing the Necromancer is bringing back to life should be Simba in a suit and a Vote Simba badge on half decade. Go for dude. You may request it, but I'm not doing it for this one. There has not been an election that's been won yet for us to even go there with that one. However, once the election's done and if Loki's won, then I'm open to suggestion. We'll have to be slightly tactful for this kind of artistic kid, but we're open to suggestion on that. I guess the next question should be, who watched? Yeah, I'm gonna throw this out there. Did anybody watch the Little Nightmares game on Koifish's stream the other day? I think it was on Thursday. I don't know if you guys check out Koifish Gaming stream. It's awesome and it is good fun. So highly recommend it if you get a chance to. That'd be quite cool. I noticed Red Knight, a little story was going on there. It was quite cool. Alright, I need to turn my camera off for 2 seconds, but the stream will still be going. Just 2 seconds, guys. Oh, well, I'd say about 30 seconds. But I'm still here, the stream's still going. Just have to turn it off for a bit. Nah, I'm back. One of the funs of having the controls in front of me, I can just go, gone, back. So are you going to do something with, Benjamin Neal says, so are you going to do something with dinosaurs, like turn dinosaurs into aliens to protect a museum in Alberta, Canada, in a random universe, and you come up with a character? Possibly, not sure. I'm not dead! King Corn, you've started a rumour. I'm a zombie for today. The Necromancer brought me back to life. What can I say? He needs me to finish drawing him, so I'm back. Yeah, no. I think one of these I may contemplate dressing up for Halloween or something. Just putting some face makeup on or something on the stream, or making it a bit spookier. Not super spooky, because for everybody, like, I'm not going to get spiders or everything. I think just like put a few decorations up or something, just something fun. But if I don't do it this year, I'm definitely doing it next year. Well, you didn't miss much. We just basically started inking and working on the head of the character, where we've got the 2 horns down to the kind of like the shoulder pad that we had fleshed out before. I will be adding more bits to it in a little bit, but that's about it. Just up for Halloween on the Reader episode. Potentially, I might do. It will be interesting to see what happens on that one for the Reader episode. If I can get it right with lighting, the atmosphere may make it quite interesting. I've tried to do a bit of lighting here, but I've got quite a bright light over the other side of the room. And that seems to be picking up a lot of light here, more than I thought it would do. I don't know if the monitor's also helping a bit, but I kind of try to get an orangey glow down here that's not quite working. In fact, we got colours. We've got red, green, blue, a bit more of a blue, purple, pink. Maybe we should have a greenish colour for the Necromancer. The redraw should come out on the 31st. Possibly. It depends on how it sits. It will be cool to do it on the 31st, but I'll see where I get to timescale wise. I'm going to try and try and plan ahead. I always try to plan ahead a little bit on these, but it does vary a little bit from time to time. To if I can actually get away with it working how I want it to. Yeah, kind of like the lights Popcross Studios has in the background for his videos. Yeah, he's got quite cool lights in the background, and obviously he's probably got colour change bulbs in there to change the colours for it. But it also depends on the settings. See, I'm in a corner of my room here, of my front room, so I either have the wall over there, which has got all the images you normally see when I'm sat on the sofa, or this corner bit here. I would like to probably deck this out a bit more, maybe some shelves or something, and move things around. But for the moment, I work with what I got. But I do like the little lights here, and I'm looking to get some more, get some better lights, like some desk lights that'll add the glow to the side a bit more, which will look quite cool. Yeah, more talking about the Necromancer. So. Benjamin, that is a idea which I am open to on one of my redraws. I will be potentially fusing some stuff. However, I'm not going to say when. I'm going to keep that one to, well, that'll come out as it comes out, that one. It's an awesome idea though, but definitely. You're going to watch the new episode of Rick and Morty's? That's season 6, because I haven't watched that yet. As in any of season 6. I want to, but it's not out here in the UK at the moment. That's cool, Gopher dude. You watch it while the stream's going, it's not a problem. I've got no idea for a Necromancer armor. I am making some of this up as we go along. Literally just making a design up as we go along with this. Season 6, episode 6. Nice. I've got a lot of catching up to do. Benjamin Neal says, I'm guessing not only this Necromancer to not just bringing dead things back to life, but also combining the dead into new monstrosity. I don't know. I kind of didn't even know we were going to do a Necromancer for the stream, to be honest. I just wanted something Halloweenish, and we've ended up with a Necromancer, so something spooky. That's why it's not doing what I want it to do. That's much better. Yeah, I haven't set this all up properly on this new iPad yet. Even though I love the fact it's... Well, the old one's here. So, it's... You can even see, I even, like, set up and started ready for the stream with the same colour background. And then I swapped it last minute to the new one, which is probably about 30% larger, which is awesome. So yeah, picked that up last minute today. I was expecting to get it tomorrow, but I ended up with it today instead. And using it, which is quite cool. What is it missing? I feel it's missing something. I'm missing something in the chat. I don't know what's going on here. Benjamin says, well, it would be cool if the Halloween character could turn himself into a dragon by his armor fusing with his body, becoming the dragon. Potentially with some of the magic and the stuff. I think we've got more of a script going on in the story in the chat, so I haven't followed it, but it looks a bit interesting. I feel the character's missing something, but I don't know. Go for Dude. I've got no idea who he works for at the moment. Literally no idea. All I know is we are drawing and designing this character as we go along, and whatever happens, happens. Venomized Toothless, you two are definitely making a show. I'll have to read back through this later on to find out what you've been doing for the discussion on the show or for your bits in it. I'm not exactly sure what parts I'm drawing at the moment. I know it's like a gauntlet thing on his arm, but I'm not entirely sure what part I'm really drawing, as in how I want it to look. Definitely need to get all my settings from the other one across onto this in the next couple of days, so that our Friday video, which is going to be a fun one, It's one of the suggestions I mentioned I had earlier on. Hi Sam, welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Hopefully you're having a good Monday, or yeah, still Monday depending on where you are in the world. For me currently it's a Monday in the UK at like 10 o'clock at night. 10 o'clock? At about half 11 at night, sorry. I started the stream at 10:15. Cool, glad your day's going good. We're drawing a Necromancer type character as part of this Halloween stream. I've kind of made the background a bit dark and starting to use alternative colours to just basically plan the character out and that, and we'll see what happens in the end. We also have a little bit of a story going by Venomized Toothless and Red Knight for the, I think, the background or a possible setting for this character's origin story or something. I don't know all the ins and outs. I just know that they're basically entertaining people with what they're writing, I would be guessing. And they made a little story up for it, which is quite cool. Sorry, which is quite cool. If you got any questions about art or what we're doing, or any questions in general, feel free to fire them off. That's to everybody on the chat. You guys know you're always welcome to ask questions, and if I can answer them, I will. Benjamin Neal says, maybe a world where the Necromancer is in a Lovecraftian post-apocalyptic world. Could be. He'd have plenty of resources to make his little army, wouldn't he? Point. Let's just double check the music isn't going. Let's just double check the music isn't going to cut off, and we've got a few viewers. I think. It's quite cool. Tidy this up a little bit just to plan out where the green's going to go. Sam says, this looks like something from Destiny 2, like Human and High Fusion. Pure chance if it does, but if it looks cool and it's kind of, well, those are two quite, well, Destiny 2 is kind of like a cool game, so yeah. We've kind of like just drawn this without any plans ahead. We've just basically said Halloween, end up being a some form of Necromancer, and the only key descriptive bits were had to have green glowing eyes and that, or the magic has to be green, and has to be summoning some kind of creature by the end of it. So that's the prompt I've got to go with, and that's what we're working to currently. And they've got like a giant scythe as well, which is quite good. Bear with me 2 seconds. My camera is going off for a second while I sort something. Just because I'm a bit sniffly. But yeah, we will be continuing this in just a second. Sam, to answer the community redraw, I think the deadline is the 21st or the 24th? I've got that jotted down somewhere. Give me a second. I'll get you the details for that. So deadline's the 21st of October, which I believe is a Friday. And the redraw will be the end of the month. So possibly the 28th or the 31st. It'll be that last Friday or Monday at the end of the month. If you submitted, brilliant. If you haven't and you want to, you can do it through the Discord, or you can do it through the email that's usually at the bottom of the description, like on these videos, which is the redraws@DempseyJ-illustrations.co.uk email address. So be sure to, you know, submit if you want to. It's design a superhero and or supervillain. Send a headshot and a full body shot in, and then maybe you'll get picked. Right. Awesome, Sam. I haven't had a look at all of them on Discord and that yet, but I will be looking at them a little bit later on to do some selection of that. Sam, who submitted so far on Discord? I will track that another time, find out who's done what. But if you submitted, brilliant, and thank you for submitting to the Discord. Right, back. Alright, let's make some progress on this. There's something missing. I don't know what's missing on this piece. Anybody got any suggestions? I feel there's something kind of missing in all of this. I'm not sure if it's part of the character, part of the armor, maybe. There's some. I just feel that something's. I don't know. Possibly, yeah, that's definitely missing, but kind of in the character's design itself. I mean, I don't think we're going to finish a lot of this tonight in terms of flats or the background character. This may also be another stream that's picked up like in a couple streams, so I might do an extra stream this week with this one in, and then also continue it Monday next week, depending how it goes. I do want to finish this. I've got no idea how long we've been streaming for, probably an hour and a half maybe. So we've still got a bit of time, but I'm also trying to, I think I'm trying to just produce a bit more on the quality of this one, make it stand out a bit more, or at least do it justice, because it's a Halloween one, kind of. I say Halloween, it's kind of a spooky one. I want to just develop this one over time. I think when I have an idea of going forwards with the one that I'm going to do coming up before the end of the month, I think that'll work out really well, because we'll just go and sort it. You've got breakfast in bed. Nice. I don't get breakfast in bed, not unless I've made it and left it there from the night before. Wait, you guys are planning to take your story from here and put it on a TV at this rate? That's kind of cool and kind of interesting. Can I get this? Yeah, we can have a funky looking skull head. I think it's because I don't know what I want in this middle section of the armor around here. I think that's what's missing to me, something for this. Okay, Red Knight, well thank you for joining the stream. Catch you next time, and I'll see you in the comments. And yeah, you got any suggestions for things that we could do, possibly for Christmas and that, be sure to whack them on some of the videos or places so that we can get them on the list and get them in early. How many likes have we got to how many viewers now? I know at one point we were kind of like 7 likes for watching, so kind of curious if we've got more or we've got less, so we've got about the same. Sam Curley, 16. Is that 16 likes or 16 watching? Because either way, that's really cool. What can we do for this bit here? I'm trying to think what we could actually do on. So look at some of these references, see what we can get. Okay. If dude, has anyone here watched a show called Sight? I might have to give a bit more detail if you can, and if it's appropriate, go for dude. I cannot tell you if I have or I haven't. Possibly. Is it short for something, or is that the actual show name? That's the name, and now that you think about it, it's not that appropriate. Okay, well, we'll just leave that one there then. Just quite for that one. Do you know what I'd love to happen? If we could get all of the 21, all of the 2,000 subscribers to watch an hour of this stream, we would be monetized. That's how awesome it would be. However, on the reverse side, I'm loving how we have a consistent amount of people that join in and kind of just take part in the streams. You know, we've got the regulars, which is quite nice to have. And as I said before, I wouldn't have got to the 2K mark without everyone's support. So thank you again, everyone, for, you know, watching the videos, giving your suggestions, and basically just taking part in the community and making this a fantastic place to create videos. That's awesome, Sam. I think we've got people from UK, we've got Canada and the USA in some of them. Hi, that kind of artistic kid. Welcome to the stream. A little bit late. I'm guessing you can't sleep. We're doing a Necromancer type character with a giant scythe, and we're going to be summoning some kind of zombie dragon behind the scenes or something at some point. You're not awake at 12. Shh. Yeah, the problem with that kind of artistic kid is, well, I know what the time is, and yeah. But we've kind of moved from this iPad trying to sort stuff out to the one that we're using now. So we're having a bit of fun with the overall design of this and that. And just trying to get some references in for some kind of armorish designs for the Necromancers. They seem to wear a lot of plate metal around certain elements. I think that's to kind of just give them what they need to do. That's awesome, Sam. When did you, just out of curiosity, when did you find the channel? Was it from the most recent redraw, which was the Who's That Mech Armor? Or was it from one of the other videos? Because I know he's done one or two shout outs, thankfully, and I'm very thankful for them in the past. But yeah, I'm also happy to, well, I say also, I'm always happy to have people from the pop cross community watch the videos and give suggestions and feedback and that. I've got to say, the whole lore over my art was inspired by his videos, and then yeah, it's just developed from there, which is quite cool. Also super over the moon. I do say it sometimes, so, but over the moon that you know, a larger YouTube channel's kind of helpful to the smaller channels like mine, which is quite cool. Benjamin, he has, but I have asked him. He won't tell me. I have asked him if that's in a comment, I believe, on there, if it is truly the finale or it's the finale of this series or season of it, because it's such an epic series that he's done. I could potentially see it coming back at some point if he was open to it. Of course, he won't ever divulge any of his proper plans to any of us, so yeah. Yes, Go for Dudes, it's out, and it's a long one. I think it clocks in at like 40 odd minutes, he was saying the other day on his teaser, so feel free to watch it at some point. I'm going to watch it after the stream, maybe, if I'm not asleep. But we'll see what happens. I'm also going to be working in the next day or two on nailing Friday's video, which is also got a Halloween theme to it, this one. The first proper Halloween video so far this month. Go for Dude, I've got no idea. I don't think he has. Maybe you should ask him in the comments below. He might have a gopher, or he just likes gophers. No, I would say ask him on the comments, see if he's got a pet. Benjamin says, I also want to see the same thing with the SCP as superheroes or supervillains over 41 minutes. Possibly. Go for Dude. Loki's out for everybody. No, I honestly don't know if he's got any pets or any of his family members have got pets and that. I'm sure if he has, he's mentioned it in a video before, but I don't know. Even though I do sometimes send him a message from time to time, just general bits and bobs. I don't actually know, to be honest. That would be a question for you to ask. Benjamin Neal says, the gopher seer that tried to kill Benny Sharp, I meant over 41 minutes for the last Backcell video. He did make a friend with a raccoon. Oh yes, he did, when he went away on his vacation. I remember that. I don't know if that classes as a pet though. Maybe it's a holiday pet, that one. That kind of artistic kid, are you still here? If you are, make sure you've liked the video or you're in trouble. Like the video? Make sure you've liked the stream. I'm so used to doing videos instead of live streams, even though this is probably like number 6 or 7. Awesome, thank you for liking it. You did your hair for once and you don't look idiotic. Miracles can happen. I'm being a bit mean, but I'm allowed to that kind of artistic kid. I'm heckling him. It's all in good fun. Anybody else on the stream. Don't Those of you do know it know why I'm heckling him. Those of you who don't know it will find out. Excuse me, rude. Yeah, but you know, I deal with you at the weekend, so it's fine. Who's that mech armor? Awesome, Sam. That was a really fun one to do, and I did like the fact that Popcross had that "Who's that mech armor" in the original Pokemon style voice in his head, which is quite cool. Awesome. Well, I've got plenty of videos for you to check out and have a look through. If you haven't seen it already and you liked Benny Sharp, my first ever narrator character was Nexum, and there's a video called Nexum versus Sharp or Sharp versus Nexum on the channel. That's one that'll be a good one to watch, because that's got a little cameo appearance from Popcross in it. I've had this running, I'll have to watch it again, had stuff come on. That's not a problem, Koi. I've done a shout out to your channel, to the Little Nightmares, and I've also heckled you a bit at the start from your message, but I appreciate you having this running. And yeah, obviously life gets in the way sometimes of stuff, but no worries, it's all cool. Benjamin, wait, does that mean I would be a victim? It's also funny that you use the same fake one. Benjamin, now that one was submitted to both of our community redraws, so it ended up getting picked, which was quite cool. That kind of artistic kid. I want to draw something spooky. Give me. I want to draw something. Give me spooky ideas. Headless Horseman. Or no, actually, do Venomized Toothlesses. Dullahan. Yeah, it does. It's actually quite a nice story behind that. Lego-Matic is doing something for 2 years. Hopefully they don't mind me saying this. They're doing something for 2 years. I won't go into details, but they won't be able to submit to community redraws for a while, and they've always wanted to be in Popcrosses. So they kind of got a double whammy, because they like mine and Popcross's channel. They ended up being in both. Hello Nathan, welcome to the stream. Cool. I'm guessing you've seen bits of the character, but basically it's a it's kind of a necromancer that we're working on. That's going to be summoning some form of probably half-dead zombie creature or something at some point. This may go into 2 streams, but currently so far we've managed to get this far into the picture with the design, the pose, and in between answering a few questions and having some random story go on the channel or go on the live chat stream. So be sure to check that out if you want to have an interesting read. Oh, a xenomorph combined with wild mutt. That could be quite interesting. Basically wild mutt with an alien. Nice. Oh, that makes sense. It's a headless horseman. Right, let's get my reference pictures up, because I need to figure out how I'm going to finish off this armor of clothing. They kind of have... most seem to have some kind of fabric bit down the front, but because we've got a spooky guy, I don't think I want that. I think I'll give him trousers of some form of... he's got kind of a... kind of armor reasonably heavy on him. I think one of the tricky things this is getting things to look right in the change in perspective. Your iPad just died. You need to charge it. Anyways, how is everyone? we're good. We're working on this, as you can tell, and we're having a interesting stream. I did have something to speak to you about at some point, that kind of artistic kid, but I'll pick it up later on in the week. I kind of also need your help with something as well. Ah, cool, it's charging now, that's good. I need your help with the animatronics idea that you came up with. Don't say what it is in here. We're going to do it this month, but I need your help with it because you suggested it and you're my resident expert on Five Nights at Freddy's and animatronics. So, tell you after the live you can't sleep, you'll just message me. Yeah. I don't need to message you because I will probably go to sleep after the live. But basically, we're going to do that this month. It's not this week. It will be in the next 2 weeks. You need to get your brain in gear for the weekend. That's your challenge. You did, Benjamin, and that's an awesome one as D&D characters. But a little while back, I say a little while back, that kind of artistic kid has been asking me for months to do something with animatronics and Five Nights at Freddy's. It goes back quite a way, and they came up with an awesome idea. So yeah. So it's oh, you don't? Oh my god, really? Hang on. Sorry, I've got to send this. I'm not having him forget. I've just sent you it. Hopefully you're going to get this because I've just sent you it. I know you've had school and stuff in between and it's a bit chaotic and that, but I've just sent you exactly what it is, so hopefully. We'll discuss that at the weekend, possibly. If you are going to end up being one, we'll have to plan that out properly. I've got no problems with it, but we have to plan it out properly and you have to take part. But yeah, definitely be cool. For those of you wondering what's going on, spoiler alert for those that are new, that kind of artistic kid is my eldest son, so kind of it makes a bit more sense about the messaging and the talking stuff. But yeah, didn't expect him to be up this late. But anyway, it's all cool. It's all good. I feel I want to do something different. What should we do for the knees? Go for dude. No, it's not. Subscribers as animatronics. That would be awesome. However, Go for Dude's just reminded me, if you are on the Discord, or if you want to take part in it and you're not on the Discord, join the Discord community. We have a Spooktober event that's going on. Nathan, what is it, Redder? Nathan Redder, subscribe to the channel. Well, Nathan, thank you for subscribing to the channel. I don't know if you're in the live stream at the moment, but it's very much appreciated. Yeah, as I was saying, Go for Dude has come up with the idea, and we're doing a Spooktober on the Discord. So it's basically where you take your profile picture and you, is the best term Halloweenify or monsterify? You basically turn them into something fitting for Halloween. There will be 2 winners. One will be picked by Go for Dude and one will be picked by myself. And at the end of the month, we'll announce the winners and they get a unique role on Discord as a prize for doing the, well, prize for basically winning this contest. And then we're going to do another contest at some point. I quite like the idea of these events and this contest bit, so we'll probably do another one later on. But it's a great bit of fun. It's part of the community. It's on the Discord. We may later on open it out to be Yeah, we may open it out to be something that we can do further afield later on, but at the moment it's a Discord only thing, so if you can join the Discord and you want to jump on board, have a go, it's a bit of fun, and you might get a custom role. I did say to go for Duke, I will shout it out at some point in the live stream, and I will shout it out in the actual video for those that skip through live streams. Through the live streams. It's that time of month. I can see the pumpkin going nom 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 nom, or whatever you want to call it. So, getting the Halloween vibe. Benjamin, it would be crazy if you planned this month's community redraw being the superheroes or supervillain being fused, unless I'm remembering the prompt wrong. No, it is superheroes and it is supervillains, but I've got something different planned for that for the redraw, fitting for the month, which will be quite fun. And hopefully, if all goes well, there might be a little extra surprise in this community redraw after just sorting a few things. Two seconds, guys. Justin's got a question. I started working on my avatar as more creepy because it's already a demon, and that is kind of productive on the monster thing. I'm just trying to figure out how to do horror style colouring. Horror style colouring, a little secret for you. Do it with depending on how you want to do it. You can either emphasize the colors that you want for the horror stuff by making them more vibrant than the rest of it, so dull out a lot of the normal colors, or make the flesh colors paler and duller, but make something like eyes and that stand out a bit more, or stuff like that. But yeah, it's basically, imagine the pumpkin that's up above my head is literally here dancing. It's basic colours, but it's the way you emphasise like the glowing eyes and mouth for like a more vibrant colour than the rest of it. That's the only tip I can really give you about seeing your picture in more detail. I think Go for Dude, having an event each month for like the holidays and stuff is quite a cool idea, and I do like that. So we'll probably come up with one for Christmas, Easter, Halloween. I'm not sure about Bonfire Night yet. We'll have to figure out that one, but it could be quite interesting. Hint for my submission to the community redraw, SCP related. I need to check this out a minute, guys. Hang on. Just so I can figure out which one you were. I'm not actually sure. Oh, we'll figure it out later. I'll have a look properly a bit later on. But yeah, no, it could be quite interesting. What have I missed? Benjamin Neal, hey, I was just guessing, and it would have been crazy if I just spoiled the redraw that you planned. No, you haven't spoiled it. There will be redraws coming up in future where we have stuff where I'm doing fusions and stuff. There'll actually be some episodes where I take things that I've done and fuse them. I do want to do a look back in several months' time of my artwork and redraw some of them, similar to what Popcross has done. I think that's an awesome idea and a great way to see the progress and development of the skills and that on the channel. Yeah, Benjamin, that's probably about right. Basically, for your demons, you want to just tone the colours out a little bit and make the colour pop in the right place for what you want to do. It is easier said than done at times though, and even I struggled sometimes to figure it out, but when you see it, you'll just know. You've been doing it like dark to light. That's a good way to approach it. Go for dude. Do you mean have I picked any of the submissions to redraw already? Is that your question? Are you asking me if I've actually started to redraw any of the or pick the ones that I'm going to work on? Okay, I always pick 2, one from email and one from the Discord, probably about a week after the submission started. Then I pick the rest after the submissions are closed, and the only reason I do that is because oh, Venomized Toothless, are you going? If you are, thank you for joining the stream, and it's been a lot of fun with your story. I'll read it a bit later on, but yeah, I'll catch you next time. Ah, Sam, so that's it. I wasn't sure. Ah, fair enough. That's cool. But go for dude. As I was saying, I usually pick 2 within the first week, so I can get the idea of the story down and the gist and kind of like what I'm planning and see if it fits. And then I'll pick the rest after the submissions deadline. That way, I think that's a bit fair, because usually I pick I'll pick 1 from email and 1 from the Discord, and then it just develops after that, which is quite cool. And then yeah, after that point, hopefully it goes down really well and people like what they actually see or encounter on the channel in terms of the redraws. But I can't not pick 1 or 2 around about that point, because it's kind of has to be done. You kind of, Benjamin Neal says, I kind of like Spider Pop, but I would think Cross Spider would have been a better name. Also, it'd be cool if he made Pop Cross versions of Marvel characters to put into multiverse tales. Maybe he might do it at some point. I do know I have suggested 1 or 2 things before to him, and it's been a case of it doesn't fit in with what he's doing, which is cool. So maybe potential future ideas, but who knows? Then again, that's depending on what happens with the channels in the future. Also, can you pick the colours, since I don't have any colour pencils at the time? Oh, I can pick the colours since you didn't have any colour pencils at the time. Is this for your submission, or if I redo it or anything? That's cool. I'll make it fit the theme of the submission. Don't worry about that. When's his Q&A? I did ask him about that the other day, actually. Do you know when it is? Because I would love to jump on that at some point and see if I can have another natter with him. Maybe I should ask him if I can jump on that and I can be next to him and he can be Benny Sharp and we can have a mental, like a bit of a breakdown on it. The 16th, is it? Oh, do we have a time for that? Justin, that would be cool. I actually have thought about doing a submission to this month's redraw Pop Crosses. I thought about it. I haven't got any further than that. I might ask him which ones he's not really had a submission for and draw it. But I'm also doing something. Best way to describe it is I have something special planned, which it's going to take me probably a couple months to do, but I've got something very special planned and lined up for the for a video, and if it goes well, it'll be absolutely amazing. But that depends if I can get this working in that. 1 PM you think? Okay, is that a hang on, 16th. So we're on the 11th today. That's Saturday, isn't it? Yes, I know his... Oh, it's 1 AM for us and 8 PM for Popcross. Is that this Saturday? That kind of artistic kid. Okay, so that could be Sunday morning then. Whatever time it is, add 5 hours to it. So if it's 8 PM for him, it's 1 AM for us. If it's 8 AM, it's 1 PM. It's the best way to work it out. But I can check it. It'll tell me later. I'll check on the Discord. Yeah. What do you guys think? If I could get in the Q&A, do you think my question should be as Nexum going? So, hey you, Popcross. Who do you think's the best mech armor creator here in the multiverse? It's me, Nexum, right? And see if he actually puts Benny Sharp's voice on. Could be quite interesting. I do like the fact that we've my first narrator had an interaction with technically his first narrator, which is quite cool. I think Gopher Dude likes the idea of that question. How do you draw a double mouth? Very, very carefully. Imagine where the mouth is and then shift it up by half and duplicate it down underneath. So a double mouth, literally, depending on how you're doing it, is literally taking the same amount of space as your normal mouth would do. So, okay, so say that's your forward jaw bit and you've got your nose here. I'm doing an anime style face. Your first mouth will probably be here, and your second mouth would probably be here. A really, really crude way of drawing it, by the way. Super crude, I mean, seriously. You will die of second-hand embarrassment as you'll be there with me. Well, that kind of artistic kid. That's the price you've got to pay. It's either that or I get good old Enfield Baidensworth in to see if he can slay the beasties from the SCP Fake Mod episode. Maybe Popcross will let us have a little bit of going with Tyrant and the Beast Chronicles. I can find a wee beastie there to slay. Now you've just died of embarrassment. It would be crazy when you plan the Jaeger narrator that fight that Kaiju's movie. Potentially. I do have a few ideas I'm looking into doing for the narrators and putting them in. So there'll be a few twists in it. Gopher Dude. It's Toronto, Canada. It's usually on his videos. It's basically look for Eastern Standard Time on your conversion. So EST is what you're looking for to convert it. In fact, it's pretty much the same as what Koi's is. So if you know what Koi Fish's one is, you probably know what the conversion time will be for Popcross, I think. I think it's about the same time zone. I know Koi had to shoot, but I'm sure he can let us know at some point. That kind of artistic kid. You can say dad, that's not a problem. People do know it. Just be prepared for being sacrificed to Loki or any other creature when people know you're my eldest child. Benjamin Neal says, three mech makers arguing who is the best mech designer in the multiverse. Also, wouldn't Aaron be realizing that some monsters from Tyrants would be symptom monsters? He would do, Benjamin, but he would still try to slay them. He would not care if they were bigger and badder than his world or not, which will be quite an interesting one. Go for dude. It's Toronto. But just look up EST, Eastern Standard Time. That's the time zone. So the best way to do it is, my videos in the UK come out at 10 o'clock on a Monday normally. Pop Crosses come out at 5 PM, 5 hours behind what mine is. Justice says Loki definitely likes sardine pizza because all villains do apparently. Well, it's better than pineapple. Just to throw that one in there. Go for dude. Sacrifice thy first child to the elder gods. I'm afraid I can't. Unfortunately, so sorry about that, Go for dude, but I cannot sacrifice thy first child. Well, I can sacrifice thy first child, as in thou's first child, but I can't sacrifice my first child. Benjamin says, I bet Aaronfold would know how to defeat the glowing heat blast like the Pyronite Dragon. Oh, he might. I think he might also have his hands full with it a little bit. He has a... He may rely on good old Nexum's mech armor or something to help with that one. I'm needed for clout, he can't get rid of me. You're needed for slave labor, I can't get rid of you. By the way, YouTube, that is a joke. Just in case you caught this bit and someone decides they're going to get funny about it. Same thing, different name. Maybe, but there's a difference between your Heat Blast Dragon and Popcross Studios Heat Blast Dragon. There is, Benjamin. The fun bit that I like is that even though our channels are similar with their themes and the content that's really liked by the community, and you guys suggest the same or similar stuff, we put our own spin on it. We don't talk about what we're going to do. And if I've seen he's done it beforehand and I'm going to do it, I deliberately watch what he's done to make sure I don't do the same or something too similar. I don't want to copy it exactly, or I don't want to take his idea and say, oh, that's an idea for me. I know he's happy for me to use the idea and obviously to do similar stuff to him. But if it's going to be too similar, I always will double check and ask first, because it's just respect out of other creators. Something you've got to do, really. That being said, I do also have to say that some of his ideas are so amazingly awesome, I wish I'd thought of them, and I cannot do. So here's Dragonosaurus ones, or whatever he called it, those dinosaur dragons. I'm afraid, as much as I want to currently, I will not be doing a dinosaur set of dragons. I will wait a year or something for that, because I think that is just a genius idea that he came up with. I don't care who came up with it first. he's done it, and I think that's brilliant. Now, if I come up with something different, I'll gladly do it, but that was just the best name and concept in a long time. That and the go for a ray gun, that's really cool. But no, I have to say I do love some of the content that he comes up with. It is absolutely insanely amazing. But yeah, it just depends on what's actually happening really on the channel. Justin, that would be quite cool. I'm not sure about food mascots, but maybe different foods or something from different cultures as Ben 10 aliens or something, or you know, try and do something tricky. Dragon saws, that was it. Yeah, he might do that. I do want to do a Monster Hunter thing at some point. I have said it before, I want to. I just don't know what I want to do with it yet. Which is probably good and probably bad, to be honest. Hang on, wait, what? Where have we got ours? Right, hang on. Let me catch up with the chat a minute because I've missed something here. Okay, right. So, Justin says, "What if Rainer, the demon knight that we created, his brother called Ragnar, would be sound sick, right?" It would be, but I don't think this would be the brother to the demon knight. I think this character could be. I want to keep this character slightly different for now. It's not going to be a part of the cult, just for now. Go for Dude says, did some big brain calculations and his live stream is 2 PM. Oh, his Q&A is 2 PM for you. That's not too bad, actually. It was made by a different person. Sam says, is there going to be a part 2 of Cuphead character? Yes, there is definitely going to be a part 2. I'm planning that in November. I want to do some more of the new characters, and I will also be taking some inspiration from Season 2 of the Cuphead show, which is really good. I need to do a bit more practice drawing Transformers, but I'm definitely doing part 2 of Cuphead as Transformers. There will be some more Cuphead related content as well on the channel coming up, because I do need to play the game and complete it. Or at least get past the original to get onto the DLC properly. I might be able to join one of Koi's streams actually if he does Cuphead again soon. I'll ask him. But yes, definitely going to be a part 2 of it. It is on the list and it's one I'm keen to do. Oh, excuse me. Oh, ours is a corgi with crown jewel, pops as a go for a ray gun. Yeah, we haven't actually decided on a channel mascot in the end yet, have we? We've toyed about, it's been suggested that because I'm British, doing a corgi is the mascot. Which could be quite cool. But it's also coming up with the setting, the scenario and everything for it, so I'm still working on a mascot like the gopher. I thought that was an awesome touch and I want something like that on my channel, but it's got to be fun and wacky, but also good. Benjamin Neal, I have 2 episodes of Ben 10 Aliens as Demons, and there are more to come at a later date. It is a series I did enjoy, and now with the Monica being present as a narrator, it will be getting a small revamp at some point. It just needs to be put on there. Go for Dude, he has. He go back a while on his videos. He did Venomizing Rip Jaws from Ben 10. He put a Carnage symbiote on it. He's done merging two of his dragon designs. I think it was the Batman dragon and another one together. And he's also done another live stream in between that, or before that. So definitely has done, which is quite cool. And yeah, Justin, you're right, he's done 2 of those, which is quite cool. Sam, that's cool. Cuphead is really, really fun, and I do need to, yeah. Corey's going to be watching this, so I will just say I do have a Cuphead illustration to do at some point, but, yeah. Oh, you mean Spider Sona there? That kind of artistic kid. Yeah, I think he did. Was that a live stream he did for that one? Turning my camera off a second because it's not very elegant me sorting my sniffles out, so I'll turn it off for a second and then I'll be back in a second. If it's about 2 to 3 hours long, that kind of artistic kid, it probably is a live stream. I mean, this one's probably been going for 2 hours 15 minutes now, I think. Let me check. You guys can probably let me know, but yeah, 2 hours 19. Although my studio says there's an error with the playback. You guys haven't had any interruption or anything on the stream. It's still going okay, isn't it? But anyway, let's get back to doing this kind of like scythe design, because I want to get a fair amount of this kind of sorted to be designed. We might get some colours in, but I think it may just be the line art for our actual character tonight, and then take it from there. It's quite a fun design that we've got, but also we need to make it tying with everything. Once I've got all the settings on this new iPad up and running, I will be making sure that the future videos work a bit nicer, as well as the next live stream. We won't have to worry so much about the any issues amongst the kind of like the lines. I'll have my proper, well, I'll have my comic inker brushes back in that one here. I literally got it out of the box, set it up and chucked it on here. Yeah, it's good one. If it's not broken, don't fix it. You did F1, but it loaded after 3 seconds. That's fine. It's just the fact that it's the actual replay live back in the YouTube studio allows us to see sort of like what's being played streaming. There's an error code, but it looks like the stream's been going okay, which isn't too bad, and we've not had too bad a stream by the looks of things so far. Anybody know how many likes we've got on and how many are watching currently? Just to humour me. It's been a while. I think we were on 16 likes last time. Don't know how many were actually watching currently, but you all may have different things on your screen as well, depending on when you joined. "17 likes, 6 viewers, 14 like, 8 people watching." Okay, that's cool. Yeah, they're both probably about right then. Benjamin says, "Gopher, are you deciding to be part of the cult of Loki?" Benjamin, I'm afraid the cult of Loki was actually Gopher Dude's brainstorm, child, baby, whatever you want to call it. Loki, the cult master, is based off his cat Loki. It was a promise in a live stream that went completely wrong with the Necromancer. We were going to draw Loki as a part of it and never got around to it, so I promised him that we would do something with it, and in the community redraw we added it as a surprise extra. try them. Wrong chat. Are you jumping on other streams? Are you live stream cheating on us? Are you doing 2 live streams at once? No, it's not a problem. It's fine. He's basically put something in the wrong chat. It's probably... Yeah, I figured it was something like that. That's kind of funny. That's the point. Well, I've got you guys here. You get an overriding say. What memes should I add to the stream? Because what I want to do is when we get a subscriber, or eventually when we can get some... Benjamin, I'm afraid currently my eldest child is not with me. They are with their other parent during the week. So I can't really do anything on that regard. I could ask if he can get a detention at school, if that works. Potentially. Oh, yeah. So if any of you have noticed, on my videos, I've got 2 shorts recently. One is the Minecraft D&D short, which I did, and that was aimed to be for the channel, and I need to do more shorts and figure out how to tie it all in. However, I randomly did a corgi to the My Money Don't Jiggle Jiggle song, and I think that's at about 4,000 views now. It's like gone mental on there, but it's just a one-off entertainment thing. I don't think I'll continue those type of shorts out a bit quite so much. I might, but currently I'm not planning to for the corgi one. I do want to plan out a few shorts and see how they work for the art, trying to promote the videos a bit more, but it depends how that goes. I do like the polls in the community tab though. Those are really good, those image polls. Don't ruin your track record. We'll see. I don't have the power to give you detention, but I know someone who does. Well, only if you do something wrong. Maybe Pizza Animation said that I'm sorry, that autistic kid. Each sub just comes up with saying something. I'm giving up on you with a photo of my Discord profile picture. That kind of autistic kid, don't worry, we can't actually follow that through. The only way you'll get one of them is if you deserve one of them by, you know, misbehaving and that. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. I think we've got the main bulk of the character done. Let's have a look to see what lines we've got. Okay, so we have where I haven't got all the pen settings the same, and I've done a few sketchy bits. I'm just trying to find the lines to close everything at the moment. Okay, so there are a few areas, not many. That just need tidying up enough to close. Okay, so it's just those. Is that everything? Awesome, I think we've closed all the main lines. Maybe I need that to be a bit darker. That's a bit better. Kind of got like a ghost effect going on him at the moment. What have we got? Gopher deserves a detention. Justin, it might do. I think what we need to do is we need to suggest a couple ideas in a poll or the next stream and see what we get on this. It'll be quite cool to get a name for the character. I'm definitely open to that. Just need to make sure it's all sorted. But it's quite cool. I do like the fact that we have regular viewers to the live streams because well, it makes it so much more fun and worth it to actually have more, well, have you guys appearing on a regular basis. Really, it's awesome, and it works out well. It just makes it fun. That's okay. I'll call you Ben from now on, or I'll try to remember to. I won't say it in front of Nexum. I'll get somebody else to say it. Although I think Gopher Dude's deliberately trying to wind you up now. Gopher Dude, detention. I am working on the flat colours now, just to drop some flats in. I think we've got some bone colour stuff to go on here and there. I'm just trying to put a form of green colour in for the eyes. I will adjust them properly a bit later. I just want to get some basics in. I knew someone was not going to go how I wanted it to. So it's a bit of flickering. Oops. What have I missed? I think I've missed something. The detention room is just Loki playing bad movies in a closed room all over the place while the person... Oh, fair enough. Oh, we're back onto the voting stuff, are we? Ben, I don't think I'll say he's the Gopher Seer. He's probably Gopher related, but I wouldn't say it's the Gopher Seer. I am kind of looking forward to see how the Friday's artwork comes out, because I haven't, full disclosure, I haven't actually started drawing the artwork for Friday yet. However, I'm going to be doing it on this new iPad, and the bit you've just seen there is about the space. So this kind of intersection, so this whole intersection here is kind of the size of the old iPad in reality. So I am looking forward to having, hopefully, at least this much real estate and detail that you've got here showing on the video with minimal overlay. I'm hoping that I can eventually get, I expect, technically speaking, the real estate I've got kind of works here, potentially, but we'll see. The reason is, whenever we have the video sped up, every time I go on a layer summit, you get this like quick flicker effect, and I want to try and tidy that up a bit on the videos, just a little bit, just enough to make it so that it's a bit nicer for people, so it's not so much of a flickering effect. I will figure out the best way to do that, but in the meantime, I'm going to hopefully be able to get a lot more detail in with the same amount of effort, but provide much more detail for you guys in the pictures to try and up the quality of them, really. I've also got a lot more space on this iPad, like 8 times the space. So I've gone from 64 gigabytes to 512, which is absolutely insane. I can have tons of stuff on this. We can have multiple projects going at once, which is great. Which should be quite good fun. Okay, we've got the Scooby Gang being... Yeah, okay. Hey, that's a bit mean, that kind of artistic kid. However, he only gets to know some of the next videos. I don't always tell him, he doesn't always ask. But I think you guys need to tone it down a little bit. This is what these guys get to like. They are doing a bit of banter, but it's thingy. That kind of artistic kid though, can you please, and go for dude, can you please be a bit more careful with the caps, because you're starting to shout at each other a lot on the chat. All caps all over is not one of our things that we do, but we try to avoid at times. So please, just try and keep them down a bit. I get there are times when they're appropriate, and believe me, I appreciate that more than most people would know, but there are also other times when we need to just make it all kosher. Plus, I like the fact of when the you know, we do the streams and we do the stuff, you know, it being a fun environment for everybody. Because if it's not a fun environment, then there's no point doing it. I have to say though, Koi definitely sorted it with the screen of death motif. I have not had the green screen of death at all, and this is the brand new iPad plugged in, so he sorted out the settings beautifully. What does Fred say? Fred says, let's split up, gang. But anyway, guys, you two are mods, so you need to be sure not to put caps on everything all the time. Oh, I know, but I'm... Did you just shush me, that kind of artistic kid? Do I have to put you on a timeout? I could put you in a timeout for like... Yeah. It was Gopher Panda. Yeah, no. I'm only messing, but if you guys can at least, you know, turn it down just a little bit while we're sorting out the rest of the stream, just to sort the last few bits out, that'd be awesome. I need to experiment a bit more with the settings and brushes, find the nice go-to combination on this. I got Predator vibes from that then, just like Predator. Put him in the detention room, he's watching the Emoji Movie on repeat, courtesy of Loki. He'd like that. What I'll do is, I'll put him in a detention room and he can watch me do my narrator voices on repeat. Now, children, behave. Ben, the problem is, if it was a case of Pop Cross's ones, he would love it. If it's just mine, he will go stir crazy in about 2 minutes. I mean, he's embarrassed when I just do, yeah, hey you, that kind of artistic kid, behave yourself on the channel, will you? And you, Gopher dude, behave yourself. If you're Gopher, you're part of Gopher Dragon, I'll set Aaronfold Bainsworth on you. And I'll tell you what, he'll slay you.
Aye lad, where's that Gopher Dragon? I want to slay the wee beastie.
You can say stuff all you want, but if you guys are going to have your own little barmies, I'm going to be able to do my own narration on my own channel. I'm sorry, but it's part of who I am and what I do. Some people love the voices, some people don't. Your friends watch these. Well, they can join the club, they can watch them. It's fine. Change the colour up a little bit now. Since it's going up to nearly 1 o'clock. Yeah, Sam, that's always the good thing to do. Just be drawing something in the background and let them crack on with being crazy and doing what they're doing. You can't go wrong with drawing stuff. What you can go wrong with is highlighting the wrong part to actually fill in with your colours, like I just did. But I did used to do some really high detailed characters, and I've done them on the channel. But it's a case of yeah. Oh, well, you see, sometimes the people get what they want, and if they want good old Aaronfall Bainsworth. Well, I'm afraid I will torment you with whatever means I deem fit or necessary, and you should be thankful I haven't even included Dino Claw, because today we have a strange and wonderful creature known as that kind of artistic kid. He likes to fight with a rare species known as the Gopher Dragon, who loves to wind up that kind of artistic kid by threatening to feed him to his pet, although some might say master of a cat called Loki. I can do this all night, so you can cry all you want that kind of artistic kid. Anybody watching this is either going to think this is psychological torment on you, or it is the funniest thing they have seen, and this stream's going to go mental by the end of it. So, awesome. But yeah, the narrator voices are really, really hard to come up with. And that's not just me saying it. I find it really difficult to come up with new voices for the narrators. So, I've got 5 in total, and they're not too good. What's the matter, Gopher Dude? Was it Dino Claw that kind of annoyed you there? Or do you want Aaronfall Bainsworth to slay you again? Wait. Leave a like and subscribe if you want you to be a narrator. When did this become a thing? Justin, I'll tell you what, just for you, I will say that in an excellent voice. Hey you! Yeah you! That kind of autistic kid. Go to your room and stand in a corner. You heard me. Stand in a corner. You can't move until I finish my latest mech armor. You're not allowed food or drink unless you apologise to Aaronfold and Dino Claw. Will that work for the next bit that I'm planning? That skull needs to have a bluish effect, actually. Oh, I know what I've missed. I potentially will need to tidy this up a little bit after the stream, just to sort a few sections out that may need a bit of a tweak. Oh, you two arguing about cats again? So, how many people have we got left watching the stream at the moment? Have we got like 3, 4? Have we got people dipping in, dipping out? If you're on here and you've just dipped in and you've seen the chaos, then maybe you can say hi, leave a like, and if you want to see more art and stuff, subscribe if you or check out the actual YouTube channel where there's some videos, more live streams, and a lot of cool fun stuff. Could I even try to attempt to do the Benny Sharp voice? Not a chance. I could never, ever, ever pull that off. I could, however. Do I still have that clip somewhere? I could potentially get the whole Benny Sharp voice played. I could maybe turn it into a meme. But that all depends. I know Popcross has kindly said the clips he did from that Nexum one I can use as I want and how I want, but I would still prefer to potentially discuss it or make sure it ties in with what he's happy for me to do with it, if that makes sense. What's Nexum's opinion on magic, and if he likes it, has he ever tried to combine it with his mech armors? Nexum is... I think he'll be a bit of a skeptic with magic. Excuse me, sorry, it's been a while since I yawned. I think he'll be a... not exactly a skeptic, but he understands magic exists. He thinks it's just something that's not explained yet, kind of like the scientific approach. That being said, he deals with a lot of alien devices that technically could be classed as magic until he knows how they work. And I think if I get a narrator that deals with magic, we will try and combine them into mech armors. Oh, I need to get Demonica's voice down for that. I'm not sure if I can do that at the moment, Ben, but I will happily do that at some point to torment him with them flirting. That's one of the weirdest things I've had to do. Is I wrote the script out and I was flirting with myself. It was perhaps the absolute weirdest and funniest thing I've ever done on the channel, is to, in effect, flirt with myself and then tell myself to stop flirting with myself and get a room. Oh, yeah, you had that snake kind of creature, didn't you? That used hard light and stuff, form some magic, and I turned it into a mech armor. Go for dude. I'm looking to get custom stickers. I've also looked to rework a few things lately to be able to potentially sort out some more things over the Discord and that over time, so we should be able to get a few extra bits and perks and that. Ideally, if I could get like 1,000 people to watch this entire stream for the last 2 hours, or 2,000 to watch an hour's worth of the stream and just play it, we could invest more in the channel, but it's not always as easy said as that. It would be absolutely awesome, because I'm only about 2,000 hours away from completing the watch time, which I am absolutely super excited about. It's halfway to that goal. It's been a long I would say it's been a long journey. It's been worth it every step of the way, but getting that goal will be just so much fun. Yeah, that's a bit pinker than I thought. I don't have any more pallets. Let's sort this out then. That's not a problem, Ben. Thanks for staying on the stream so long, and hopefully it's not too much of a bad day at school tomorrow. And we'll catch up with you in the next stream, and yeah, in the comments for the next video. That kind of artistic kid wants to be the new magic narrator. Yeah, I need to find out how to do the custom stickers. Do you know how to do them, Go for Dude? Because if you kind of know how to do them, I'm all up for sorting them. That's quite cool, Sam. I'm still doing one character in my drawing so far, but if you manage to get 3 done, awesome. Yeah, Justin, I'm planning to do some, basically, I haven't decided on all the narrator designs yet, but what I might do is I might draw 1 or 2 narrators and then leave the rest open to submissions from, people submitting them for a redraw as an option and see if they get done, which could be quite fun. Obviously there'll be something else with that in the redraw bit. You'll have the choice. You can do the narrator submission, or you could do your own, you know, own other thing. But that kind of artistic kid, if you do want to be a narrator on the channel on that, I will tell you this now, you have to commit to being available to do the voices of your lines and stuff when they're needed. Because if your narrator gets, you know, quite popular, you need to have the lines done so that we can do the videos. That's the key thing I need to say now before we even consider it. But if you'd like to try out and we give it a go, I'm open for that at some point. Sam, it's not a problem if you don't have any colouring pencils. Just make a note of what colours you want or you think might work for them for future. And when you get the pencils, come back to them. Has this disconnected? Give me a second. They're not my art, by the way. These are the default ones you get with it. That's fair. Sorry, the interface kind of froze a bit, so I couldn't do quite what I wanted to. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'll get these basic flats done and we'll do all the colours next time on the stream. I think we can get just enough of these basics down for what we're going to have from this quite cool bone-like scythe design. gotta say, ooh, maybe that's a little bit too much. That's fine. I can bring that up a layer. That's better. Yeah, ignore the bitty bits around the side here. I just haven't had a chance to erase those just yet. That's fine, they'll get sorted soon enough. The narrative is called Dempsey Dad, and then Dempsey is confused and tells the narrator he's only aware that he is one child in all of that. Oh. Okay, if there's an emoji icon that we can kind of do for custom ones or something, I'll have a look at that. Thanks for that, Gopher Dude. I'll definitely have a look at that because I do want to have some custom designs for stickers and stuff, whether it's my face on there, me, or I don't know, some random stuff, maybe Nexum, maybe some narrators. Once we get them done, it'd be quite cool. I know I've promised to draw the narrators for a while, and Galahound keeps holding me to that one, which is quite cool, but I will definitely get on to sorting those sooner rather than later. Something's happening on the Discord. I'll check that in a bit. I kind of feel those eyes should be... I mean, I expect I will go over the line art and tidy this up before the next stream. Just tidy a few bits up in that if I get a chance to. Just sort this bit of his hand out. Once we've done this, I think that's going to be it for the night, and then we'll definitely continue this later on. Not sure if it's going to be this week, but definitely next Monday. If not, we'll continue this one. What's going on? Ah, awesome, Koi Fish, you're here. You've managed to join in. Koi, this is what we got so far. So we've got our Demon Necromancer type guy. We've only just gotten to sorting out the actual flats on him himself. We haven't actually gotten to the bit of the background stuff that's waiting to happen. So we've got this kind of almost like a bit of a red like brown scene. and then we're going to have some form of beast getting Necromancer summoned behind him at some point. Although probably going to have to call it in a little bit and then come back onto this stuff a bit later. No green screen, and I'm using the new iPad, so definitely working nicely with the resolution issue being sorted, which is awesome. I do also have to get all my brushes over to this, but yeah. Nice. I in terms of the scythe, I don't actually know what inspiration I had. I just started creating it and it came out like this. We've had an interesting stream. We've had arguments, random stories. We've had a lot. It's been quite fun. But yeah, no, it's quite cool. Not quite as long as some of your streams though, Koi. But we're getting there. We've managed to do... Wait, is it 3 hours now? Oh my god, it is. It's 3 hours. I think that's a good point to say we're probably going to call it there at the moment on this one, and we'll pick it up. We'll add a few more things to this on the next stream. That kind of artistic kid, most of them in the last 10-15 minutes have probably been about you or concerning you, because yeah, you and Gopher Dude have been little terror rags. Yeah, that's the scythe effect so far. Need to work on the what I'm going to do for the colours on a few other bits, but it's kind of like this scythe, and he's going to be summoning this. I think we've decided it's going to be like this half-dead dragon type creature, which will be quite cool. That kind of artistic kid. It is now 1:20 in the morning almost. I am afraid you're gonna have to call it a night. We got Nexum to tell. Oh yeah, you missed it. I'll do it again for you, Koi. So basically, Gopher Dude and that kind of artistic kid were arguing. So we got Nexum to go, hey you, yeah you, that kind of artistic kid. Yeah you, go stand over there in the corner. Go and behave yourself. You're not allowed no food until you apologise to Nexum. Sorry, you're not allowed no food until you apologise to Ehrenfold and Dino Dynaclaw. If you starve, you starve. I'll get rid of your body, I'll chuck it into another dimension. It's all good. Was it a Halo side? Give me a second. Oh my god, it is pretty similar, isn't it? Nice. I didn't expect it to be quite that similar. That's quite cool. Wow. That is really similar. Okay, bye that kind of artistic kid. I will catch up with you later on, and we'll discuss what you want to do about that magic narrator role. Oh, that's awesome going, Sam. Wait, so you reached 6 characters in that drawing? Nice. Yeah, Koi, I'm going to call it a night because it's like 1:20 here. Although I am enjoying the new iPad that we've got. The nice new one, where it looks quite cool. Actually, that looks really cool on the iPad as well. If I can line that up right. But just the comparison. New iPad. Old iPad. I mean, look at the size difference. You probably can't see it that well here, but there's a pretty good size difference on this, which is really cool. But yeah, anyway, thanks everybody for watching the stream, and we will continue this one in the next one. We're going to be doing the continuation of this Necromancer type character. Definitely Monday if we don't get a chance to do it beforehand. Friday's video is going to be a Halloween based one as well. But yeah, good night all. and I will catch you all